Welcome back. Here we are again with Agrarian Skies 2. Grimjahk here, episode number 50, I believe. Ha! And what am I doing with this? Well, if you look at my little toolbar down here, I am working with weak blood shards. And remember when I thought I was going to have all I needed when I got those 2 stacks earlier? I was wrong. Okay, so what that means is... Whoops, don't irritate them. What that means is I decided I want to make some bound armor. And bound armor, I'm going to need 112 weak blood shards to make bound armor. Now, that's kind of what my goal was and what I was trying to work toward. And I wanted the tier 5 blood altar just so that I'd have the extra runes and the higher throughput of mana for each of these bound pieces, because it's going to take a lot. One complete set of bound armor will consume 720,000 LP. Yeah, that's a lot. And since you're not taking it out of your network, you're taking it all out of there, it's going to take a while as well. And my network right now is 7 million and change. So I'm I'm okay for having bound armor, because the cool thing about bound armor is that it will take damage and subtract that damage from your life pool, from your life point network. And that is a cool thing. So if you've got a Archmage's orb on top of your altar and a whole bunch of witches down underneath, then you're going to be, I don't want to say indestructible, but pretty close. The cool thing with the bound armor is, I'm just going to keep talking while I continue to hack away at these things. I know it's not going to be very interesting, but I will try and keep the explanation interesting. The reason that bound armor is so cool is while you're putting it together, you add sigils to it while you're binding it, and it does cool things. For example, and the one that's important to me before I start with Thaumcraft, for bizarre reasons, which will make themselves apparent, one of the things that you can add to bound boots is a Sigil of the Void. Sigil of the Void is something that you use to click and make things disappear. Well, when you put Sigil of the Void on the boots, again, I'm going from memory, I might be wrong, it might be boots, might be legs, and it might be something other than Sigil of the Void, but nonetheless, there is a combination, which I will be putting together, that allows you literally to sit in the void down below without dying. So if you fall off a platform, or otherwise, you don't start taking damage in the void, which is cool, because it gives you a minute. If a tree happens to eject you into the void, it gives you a few extra seconds or minutes, or you can go take a nap if you want. And all you have to do is fly or pillar yourself right back out. The only challenge with that is, I don't think you can actually place. I have played with it, but it was a long time ago, and I will do a test once I have it and it's set up and going, where we will basically jump into the void while wearing these boots and just see what happens. Of course, I'm not taking my crossbow with me or any of my real important stuff, just in case it goes wrong. But nonetheless, it will be interesting. And here we go. Yeah. So I'm going to continue to hack away at these guys for a little bit and get some more blood shards. Actually, I probably have some in the chest over here on my left. Let's see, how many do I have? 19. 20. Okay, so I'm at 57. I only need 7 more. Well, actually, I think I have enough right now. I just want the 7. I want the full stack in order for it to be a reasonable, reasonably round figure to work with. Having 2 stacks, I think, will be sufficient. And then I can go back to letting my ritual just sit here and make these guys suffer. Vampiric Witch. Ooh, that was good. And 59. Come on. You can do it. Give me another one. Give me another one. Let's see how you're doing over here. 4 more. 63. All right. Here we go. These 2 will give me 1. These 3 will give me 1. I lied. They lied. Cheap passages. All right. Come on. Get over here. Get over here. Go over here and die and give me your blood shards. Let's go. Let's go. There we go. All right. So, let's put my cobble back in there so that it doesn't, so that they stop spawning in that location. And then I want to, okay, I got 2. That's good. And got all that. I need the sugar anyhow. Where's my sugar? I actually need the sugar for the, as part of the other stuff that I'm working on. Matter of fact, I now have enough to make a couple more. Love it. Let's sort that anyhow. And I will be doing more of the brewing at some point. That's what it's here for. Let's dump that, and let's go ahead and throw these in here. And, ooh, glass bottles are useful. All right. Now, for the blood shards, I need, for actually what it is, I need sockets. The sockets look like this. That is an empty socket, and I need a bunch of them. I think I need, well, there are 2, 3, 4 for the boots, and 5 for the hat, and 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for the legs, and then 8 for the chest. 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right. Then I got to turn around and fill the beasts. That's what's going to take up a lot. So, and I also need an additional 4 of these for the armor forge itself. 2, 3, and 4. So, there we go. Let's now walk away and run this puppy up here. Now, I am... Okay. I do not think that it will be wise of me to put in more than one at a time. It's actually going to take them, but I'm wondering if it will drain it faster than it will manufacture them. Now, each one of those is going to take 30,000. So, yeah, that's not going to work. All right, I'm going to take those out. That is not going to work. Because every time I get that little white puff of smoke, that's progress that is falling behind. And in some cases, that is more non-progress than it is useful. So, how do I don't know how to automate this. I do not know how to get just the 2. You know what? Actually, I think I do. I just made a, well, no, I don't think that'll work either. There is definitely a way to automate this, and I'm sure somebody will tell me how in the comments, and I will greatly appreciate it, and it will be fantastically useful future information. But for right now, I think I got to do this the old-fashioned way and just chunk through it a little bit at a time. There we go. So I have those 2. And so now I can take this and put one of those right there. And I wonder if I can put 3 in. And that will be sufficient and work. So let's watch this one and see if this goes. And then if it does, I will start running back. I will pause out, and then I will just keep plugging away at this, and I will do some of my otherwise research for the different sigils that I need to put in my armor. And I will be right back. Actually, let's see if this works. Then I will be right back. How's that for a plan? Okay, then. Yeah, no. So the reason I want the void walking on the boots is because as soon as you start doing, yep, that worked. So I can make 3 work. So 3 works. 1, 2, 3. 1 too many. Damn it. Come here, you. For Thaumcraft, one of the other ways you get lots of research points is scanning nodes. And you need to capture nodes. And unfortunately, on a skyblock, the nodes spawn at Y level 6. Right around there. And so you spend a lot of time down near the bottom of the void running around trying to locate nodes in order to scan them or collect them or move them or what have you. So that becomes my secondary challenge. And I just not a big fan of dying in the game. So, oh, that reminds me. I was working on some of the blood magic quests just to crank them out and get them done. Oh, yes. And always remember to put away your toys, because if you run out of life points, it starts taking them from you. Taking them from you forcibly, and not exactly fun. 1, 2, 3. There we go. So let's see what fail bags I got today. Which ones are they? Okay, so I have a greater, I have a good, and a basic. Let's start with the basic. Futomaki. Okay, I think that's food that I'm not exactly needing. Yeah, more food. Okay, here we go. Next. I recognize this one. That is the same that I got at the very first bag. That is all of my colored glowstone. And get rid of that, get rid of that. And now the greater bag. Is this a fail bag? It is. Sort of. I have one of these. Yeah, that would have been fantastic early on before I had to make one. But nonetheless, I can't qualify that as a fail bag, just a bad timing bag. All right, so that is now moving along. Got rid of the bags. What else am I doing? Let's throw some more in here. Got to remember where they are. 2, 3, there we go. And I'm going to grab 4 of these. And we are going to make the actual soul armor forge. Let me look that up right now. The soul armor forge needs regular stone, the 4 of those, and yeah, I'm golden. That'll work. Whoops. Yeah, and I got my Archmage's orb. That'll work. So we go forge. And we do that, and we go like that, and pop that in there. There we go. Now, the way this works, let me first, well, the way it works is you put it down, and you have it, you put down the forge. There we go. You put down the forge, and then you attach your binding items to it, like so. Now, there are different things that you need to plug into them. This right here is how you make the boots. So if I hit this with an activation crystal right now, I will get my boots, but it won't have the features in it that I want. So what that means is I need to plan ahead, knowing what I'm going to put in them before I activate this. Otherwise, I have to create a ritual of unbinding to take them apart. So it's not a permanent thing if you do put them together and you're not happy with the results you got, but you do want to, I need to go down and stop my little beasties from spawning. How many do I have? I have 41. That's about perfect. So let's go stop them from spawning. All right, that gets rid of that. Put that in there. And we're not going to cook them yet, but that ought to keep them pretty busy. So 41 of them. Did I get there in time? Yeah, I got 41 of them. So what that does is you make each of your different armors this way. So the chest would be 8 of them around it with this in the middle, legs, this is in the middle, and then it's across and down, and then hat, it's around the top like that. But you get the general gist. So I will be right back. I'm back, and yes, the one that I need to prevent damage in the void is the void sigil, and that is that one right there. And you also need, in order to attach these sigils into the devices, you need blood shards. Now, a single sigil going into any armor, you need a weak blood shard. If you want to put 2 sigils into a set of armor, you need a demon shard. And I did get one more. I went ahead and did one more with that same demon. Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and do it again right now. 6. Yeah, that's right. Okay. What am I missing? I don't know. It doesn't matter right now. I did it one more time with just the blaster. And when I used only the blaster in this case, it still dropped 1. So I was quite pleased with, all right, where is it? It should be staring at me. Wow. Nope, it's not staring at me. So where is it? Is it in here? Is it upstairs? Probably upstairs. Oops, overshot. There it is. All right, let's go kill one more little demon. And we'll do it the way that I said I was going to do it before. And we will put down 6 of these, just like so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get out of the middle. Run for the hills. Yeah! And he will spawn 4, 5, 6. And here we go. Now, I do remember that this is not a guaranteed thing. It's still like a 1 in 4, 1 in 5, 1 in 2. You know, it's not consistent. So I may or may not. Oh, got one. Sitting here trying to convince you not to expect anything, and I got it anyhow. Cool. So I need to make more of that because, well, the other thing is looking at the things that you can put in this armor is the I put in that, and now I put my void sigil in, and we do that, and that's now in, and I need my weak activation crystal, which is right here, and then we come over here and we go, and so I now have my bound boots that go right there. And oh, look at the little wings on them. Aren't they so cute? So I have void sigil on them, and I just took damage. Why did I take damage? I shouldn't have taken damage. Why am I taking damage? That is weird. Okay, let's see if it's because have I not claimed them? No, I put them on. All right, that's weird. I shouldn't be taking damage with them. I have plenty of stuff in my network. That was just weird. Okay, well, it seems to have stopped. So let's go ahead and put, oh, I've got more to pick up. I got those. Let's go ahead and keep going with 1, 2, 3. And let's see. You know what? I seem to be missing some. Or did I leave them over here? I don't know. All right, sockets. Nope. I just have the 12 and the 5. All right. Anyhow, so as I was starting to say before I was being bizarrely assaulted by my... oh, look at the on the left-hand side. You see the gauge that tells you how full your life point network is. As I was looking at my list of stuff that you can put into the armor, it was basically air sigil prevents fall damage. The divination sigil displays the soul network UI bar and grants night vision. So when I've got that on, that tells me what my network looks like on that little meter on the left-hand side. Lava sigil grants fire resistance. The sanguine helmet acts as goggles of revealing. Well, I know I'm putting that on my helmet, so let's go ahead and get that rolling. I need the sanguine helmet. So let's go make one. Sanguine helmet is goggles of revealing in a binding ritual. So goggles of revealing are something that I can't make yet. Poop. You know what? I think that is a crossover that I'm ready to start on. I am wondering. All right, so let's do this. I'm going to get rid of those because they're clutter now. I am going to, oh, you know what? I think that's probably a good segue. I am going to start on Thaumcraft. That was the whole reason for the boots, and that was what my goal was getting those boots first. So, as I said, I was going to test those boots, and we were going to see how it works. So I am going to take everything on my person and throw it in here, except the wings. If I lose the wings, I can make more wings. I'm not worried about that too much. We're going to dump all of this into here. Oh, I got no room for it. All right. And we are going to dump this in here. And I'm going to take my rings. Again, I don't want, I'm willing to take a chance. I'm willing to take the risk, but I'm not going to take a stupid risk. I'm not going to do this so blindly that I just throw away everything I've got in my possession. Some of this I worked pretty hard for. Some of this just kind of fell in place when I already had everything else up and running. So, that being the case, now let's take off these and throw them in here. And yeah, let's go over here. So now if a tree tries to kill me, let's see what happens. What? It goes dark. And it's making noise, and I'm not moving, but I am not taking damage. And I am going back up. Very slowly, but I am going back up. I made it down to -3, -400 on the Y scale. But I am now crawling back up nice and slow. But it's working. I didn't die. So I will be right back because this is still going to take a little while. Okay, I am back. I'm still in the void. I'm at -60 and it's not trying to kill me. So I stopped taking damage once I reached about -70. But I just thought I'd let you know that anytime you start to fall into the void, you've got just that piece of a second to recover and get back out. So now we know the boots do work just as they are intended to work. And I didn't lose everything. Yay. But that was the demonstration. That is how the void of the sigil of the void imprinted into the bound boots works. And now I can put the rest of my stuff on and not feel naked. Let's get all of this back in place where it belongs. And we shall be right back. Well, that was interesting. Apparently, me going void diving killed off all of my witches. That was bizarre. Okay, then. Maybe that's what happened last time when I went down into the void. The witches that were up here and being gnawed away at with my ritual had poofed at that point when I fell, when the redwood tried to kill me. So, yeah. That's a distinct possibility. Bizarre behavior number 6. Okay, so I figured out that I had no witches when I threw some more of these in, and they all just went floop and disappeared. It guzzled it all down, and then nothing else came and joined the party. So, and I don't have enough that those 3 will even work, so I shouldn't even bother with 3 yet until I get more witches. More witches. The other thing that I discovered, early on when I was first cutting my original orange trees, my rubber trees, that I could not turn them into charcoal. Well, that has since been rectified. It now works. So next time I start running really low on charcoal or want to make a massive quantity of charcoal to feed my Looney Loot farm, I may very well make a mega rubber tree and hook up the MFR grinder onto it just to see how well it does. I think that would be a fun little side project. We have reached that wrapping up point yet again. Let's take a look at how many witches. I've already got 17 down there. Good. So I can throw these back in there and let those cook down. And I still need to put together some more armor in order to make the rest of my bound armor. But ideally, the thing I want to do is I want to make my goggles of revealing. And in order to do that, I actually have to progress in Thaumcraft in order to have it available to me to put it together. And granted, I still have... am I carrying my Thaunomicon? I think I am. Yes, I am. So we shall do that. And yeah, I actually was able to... Which was it? One of them. What do I have, actually? I have 40, 15, or 14. Yeah, numbers. 35, 31, 44, 36. Yeah, I'm pulling in some, not much, but it's enough to get me started. I will be, let's see, where is it? It's in Thaumaturgy? Or is it in Artifice? There we go. Artifice will be the seeing the unseen. I'm going to start, excuse me, start my next episode with Thaumcraft. All right, let's go. Let's go clear up this rain first. And I have a cheat sheet, as it were, for the best practices progression to dig out your get your research out of the way. Now, what I will be doing is using this puppy and one-shotting the entire redwood tree. Boom! No, I am going to use, as I said, this tree as my base. And I'm going to gut a few levels of it. I will be doing it in such a way that I will have a 5 high ceiling and then a floor and then another 5 high ceiling and another floor, and we're going to do it that way. And I will also have external entrances as well, because I'll be flying around a lot and it'll be a lot easier to do it that way. And one of the early goals, obviously, is to get my goggles of revealing so I can do my sanguine helmet, so that I can do my bound helmet. And then I'll be able to fly around at, Y6, Y7 and scan or journey map mark nodes. Oh, that's the other thing. I know I'm going to run late when I bring this up. This is a really cool tool that is built into the game now. I don't remember what it's called, but you hit I on your keyboard and it opens it up. And every time you scan a new node for the first time, it tracks the location of it. So you can then set an arrow and point yourself back to it. It's really cool and really useful on larger maps. When I say larger maps, it doesn't get any larger than this, but you have such a small territory, you really are struggling. And that was what I was starting to say about the options on all of the gear. I was talking about sanguine helmet, sigil of elemental affinity. You can't bind that. Sigil of haste grants a boost. The sigil of holding cannot be bound. Sigil of magnetism gives you magnetic pull all around you. Sigil of sight has no effect. Sigil of the blood lamp cannot be bound. Sigil of the dome can be bound. However, what it does is it suppresses fluids in a sphere around the player, 5 blocks radius. If you go near a reactor, big reactor, like we have over there, while wearing that, you will destroy the fluids inside the reactor. This will create grief for you. Now, that was a bug that was occurring in material energy and material energy cubed, material energy hypercubed. Now, I don't know if that is a bug that has been repaired, but I never really saw a whole lot of value for that. Let me throw out a caveat. I will still make a helmet that has that, because when it removes those fluids, that is perfect for walking around in the lava lakes in the Nether if you are looking for lava stone or firestone or some of the other stuff that is usually found at the bottom of the lava lakes. So in that particular case, it's very useful. Let's see, what else have we got? Sigil of the Fast Miner grants haste. Sigil of the Green Grove is a increased plant growth around you. Sigil of the Phantom Bridge creates a 5x5 phantom of spectral blocks at the user's feet. You jump up and move forward, and it creates a new platform, and you can basically just keep running endlessly over the void. You would never fall in the void again. However, flying around makes it kind of a little less helpful. Sigil of the Whirlwind creates projectiles or deflects projectiles, arrows fired at the user. Void sigil we talked about. It's on my boots. And the last one is the water sigil, which grants water breathing. Most of these are virtually useless in this environment. Water breathing doesn't solve anything for me. Night vision doesn't really solve anything for me. So I'm going to have fewer actual items on the armor. In the past, yes, you've needed multiple demon shards because you'd have multiple items on each piece of equipment. So that being said, thank you as always. Thank you very much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed what I presented. I hope you learned something. I hope I was able to show you something that was interesting. And above all, have yourself a fantastic day. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.